to all the J1 aspiring teachers who have been hired to teach this school year 2025-2026. Round of applause. Congratulations, everybody. I'm so excited for you. You are going to be in for a once in a lifetime experience. But what's next? After being hired, what's next? So if you want to know what to do next after being officially hired, if you're curious about that, please keep on watching. If you don't know, being hired, like officially hired, officially signing that contract, that work agreement, your DS-119, your sponsor paying your service and everything else, that's just like one step into finally flying here into the United States and starting your J1 journey, right? So the big question now is that I want to talk about in this video, very chill, is what do you do next after being hired? So this is based on my personal experience. So everything I'm saying, please take it with a grain of salt. I am no expert in this field, but I am on my 4th year, going on my 5th year as a J1 teacher here in South Carolina. And I just want to share what I can to help out any other J1 teachers. Now, just a bit of a note. Some of the things I'm going to say in this video might be specific for teachers coming from the Philippines, flying in from the Philippines, but I believe the rest are very generic and may still apply to J1 teachers coming from different countries all around the world. So what to do next? First, these first two steps or first two things, I don't want to call them steps. These first two things that I will be talking about can be interchanged or can overlap. So after securing your contract, everything's finalized, you have your DS-2019, you have your SEVIS, and all that good stuff. Now is the time to process your resignation from your current school. Now, to all my teachers from the Philippines, if you're currently with DepEd, you might take a longer time. So make sure you don't put your resignation up to the last minute. Process your resignation as soon as possible, as soon as you're sure that you have that job in, that there's no turning back. Process that resignation because it takes a while, maybe a month or a couple months, depending where you are. If you're nearer the central office, maybe it's a little faster. If you're farther from the central office, it might take a little longer. So process that resignation from the school level because it needs to go from school level, regional, and then national. Okay. So after being hired, process that resignation. At the same time, after being officially hired, make sure you go and schedule your visa interview. Process your visa interview. You need to pay the visa fee. You need to create an account to create your DS-160 and schedule the earliest possible visa interview schedule. Okay, so you will have to fly to the US Embassy in Manila for this. And now they have like a change. So there's a different day for the fingerprint and biometrics. And then the second day would be your consular visit where the actual interview will happen and where they will officially tell you, welcome to the United States. That means your visa is approved. So again, these two can overlap. Your resignation and your visa processing can overlap or can happen simultaneously. But these are the first two things that you should get going the moment you're hired. If you want some tips on how to ace your J1 visa interview, I do have, it's kind of old video, but it's still helping a lot of people. So I'm going to link it up here. It's a video where I shared some common J1 visa questions and how you can answer them. So find the link here or in the comment section or description box below. Now, what's next? You have to reach out to your sponsor or to a teacher you know in the same district, or even to your school principal in terms of your housing and probable means of transportation while you don't have your own car. So these are two things that are very important because you want these things out of your mind, or no, not out of your mind, but like You want these things settled before you fly so that you fly with peace of mind. So reach out either to your sponsor, because some sponsors do help out or give you options for housing. Some sponsors hook you up or connect you with existing teachers in the same district that you will be teaching in. And that teacher, like for us, faces people that's our angel. We call it an angel. So that teacher will help you find options for housing, and even eventually like help you with getting your own car or getting a temporary means of transportation when you arrived here in the United States. Or maybe you have a friend who lives nearby or is in the area, whichever one it is, or the principal of your school, whichever one it is, just make sure that you reach out to somebody in terms of your housing and transportation when you get here, because those are two things. Grocery, you can just go to Walmart, Food Line, or anywhere when you get here. You can like get that done when you're here. But housing and transportation, those are two very important things. So get on that when you're hired. Now, let's say visa interview approved. So you're just waiting for your J1 visa. Resignation is in progress, and you're just waiting for the final paper from the national office. And let's say you already obtained all these documents. The next thing you need to do for Filipino teachers or teachers flying in from the Philippines, you have to process your CFO sticker. So this is something that you will stick on one of the pages of your passport to allow you to fly to the United States to officially begin your J1 journey. So there are certain requirements for CFO, and that requires your national level clearance, DepEd clearance, if you are coming from a DepEd school. If not, it's the official clearance from your university or private institution that you were working at. And then you will also need your visa. So your visa has to be with you when you start processing this one. And there are other documents that you will need from your sponsor or the school that you are affiliated with your J1 visa. But once you get your visa and once you get your resignation approved by DepEd or your institution, make sure that you go ahead and go to the CFO website to process your CFO sticker. This might take a week or two. So visa check, resignation check, CFO sticker check. What's next? Book your flight. Now, this is very case to case. For my sponsor, they did it. They booked the flight for me. They paid the ticket for me. That's how Faces is. But if you want to book your own flight, they also allow us. So if you have a preferred airline date, book your flight, show it to your sponsor. I mean, for our case, show it to Faces, and then they will reimburse us with whatever amount we spent for our flight. For other sponsors, they will book your flight details for you, but they will only cover a certain amount. So anything beyond that amount, you will have to pay out of your own pocket. For other sponsors, they do not at all cover your plane ticket. So you will have to completely do this all on your own. All you need to do is send them your itinerary of like when you're arriving in the United States. So again, case to case basis, make sure you know what is your case in terms of booking a flight to the United States. So what's left? Next, pack your bags, girl. Guys and girls, pack your bag and be ready to go. I suggest only bring essentials. I know our tendency is to overpack clothes for the cold, but if you're arriving here at the beginning of the school year, you will be arriving summertime. Unless you're assigned to Alaska or any other parts of the United States that's always cold, you will be arriving here at summer. So trust me, you will not use those coats, those thick jackets until around maybe November, December. What I suggest to bring, especially for my ladies out there, are clothes that you can layer. A top, a blouse, or a dress or whatever, and then some cardigan. Because it can be hot outside, but some schools are freezing inside. Like they do keep their temperatures low. Something that you can layer when it becomes too hot, you can like take off one layer, but you're still presentable. Now, what do we wear in schools? It really depends on your school's policy. Some schools allow jeans, like really laid back outfits for teachers. Some schools want to keep it professional, except for like Friday or like a specific jeans day. Or some schools will have or use jeans as an incentive for teachers. So, how do you know? Ask your principal or ask whoever you're connected with in the school that you're going to teach in. Because again, it's case to case basis. So pack essentials, pack comfortable clothes, don't overpack because trust me, you will eventually buy clothes here in the United States. You will eventually buy winter jackets and stuff. So maybe bring one or two coats or jackets. I brought a lot of like office outfits, like dresses and blouses that were thin, and then just like a couple of cardigans and blazers. So that's what I like wearing, because if it's too hot, then I can just take off the blazer. If it's too cold, then I can put it on. So I suggest bringing that. The same thing for my guys out there. Bring like a jacket or a blazer with you. Bring both short and long sleeves, because sometimes a long sleeve top will be enough to like shield you from the temperature in the classroom. So yeah, pack your things. Now, J1 teachers are required to have an intercultural activity every year. So bring with you or an outfit that shows off your country, your home country. So bring a set or two, bring some artifacts or objects that represent your country. If you want to put up a bulletin board in your classroom, make sure you have like certain posters, or but you can always print them. It really depends on how crafty you are. I suggest bringing bills, like your home country's money, so you can show them off to kids and stuff like that. So bring things that you know you can use to either put up a bulletin board or something in your room, or you can use when you want to do your intercultural activity. So we are required to do 2 intercultural activities every year. I will talk about that in another video. So that's it. Once you pack your bag, once you've booked your flight, all you need to do is wait, and we will see you here in the United States. Hope this helps. If you know somebody who's in that process or who hasn't been hired but is considering to be a J1 teacher or moving here in the United States as a teacher, you can share this video. So join our growing community. Thank you very much for all my subscribers. Thank you very much for everyone who continues to watch my videos. If you're not subscribed yet, but you feel that, this is worth it, this is worthwhile, please click that subscribe button, share my videos, and share my channel to your friends, to your family, and to whoever. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations to those who have already been hired as a J1 teacher here in the United States. I will see you soon. Thank you. This is Teacher Yan. Mwah.